Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years, and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today.
New shot launch steel tip action on the 4th generation Bandit board, adding the one-piece flight deck system to all steel tip barrels as well. I'll be throwing 23-gram weight everything, starting with the Celt Tornos, followed by Roman Empire Juno, and finally the Celt Balor dart. God, I love the steel tip version even more. It's longer and more torpedo-y than the soft tip. We've got a straight barrel now with evenly distributed weight. I'm going to use that King Crown milling as my grip reference. Shot calls that gnarly rear section vessel grip, I believe. It's unmatched by anything I've felt before, honestly. 83 scored. Next up, we've got the Celt Balor bomber dart. This is the hardest changeup for me because it's front weighted, so that means I have to hold in the max diameter. Yeah, good pick. Oh my gosh, guys. New darts, new Bandit dartboard, and new flight deck colors. Go ham.
Welcome back, everybody, to the DPFL Darts Season 11. My name's Nick Teixeira, joined by the one, the only, the Steve McDowell on the mic for a Division 2 matchup that we're looking at here, Steve. Pleasure to have you back for week number 2 of commentary with McDowell.
Yeah, it's my level Division 2, so hope they do well.
Currently, you're playing in Division 2. That Division 2 average range, if I'm not mistaken, what was that? That's a 55 to 65?
81.
Yeah, 55-65. I played Division 1 last season and fell down to like 64 and change. So I actually felt bad right? I said, well, man, I'm at 64. I don't like to make people mad, and proceeded to lose the first week 9-1. So I no longer feel bad at all. I'm just going to go shoot, and anybody gets the wrath of it, that's too bad because I lose the 9-1 the first week, and I was like, okay, a little harder than I thought, like normal.
No, exactly right. It's so hard when you're playing in a tough division of every single person having similar aspirations. They want to be the top of their group. They want to move on to the knockout stage. And every group's so different. You have some people that keep trading wins with each other, and then you have other groups that is filled with people that are crushing one half, and then the other half is struggling to get those match wins. And that's actually what's going on in my group right now. I've won 4 of my 5 matches, and I'm currently 5th in my group.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, again, DPFL, it's probably 100% of those who are probably taking it more seriously, and those who are just showing up to the board and playing are finding out that DPFL is not something that you can just show up to the board and play. You got to put a little time into it, or you can expect some butt whoopings every night you play.
Yes, certainly.
Good shot there.
Yeah, Michael Cox does leave a finish. The pressure of the 167 to feel like it has to go. First start looks like it might be in that 20 for Joshua. 57 for Bull. Not going to happen this time. What a magnificent way that would have been to start off the stream. Instead, we got one.
What's your highest? What's your highest out, Nick?
This season or in general?
General, just general.
The highest one I've hit in competition, I've hit probably 130, and I actually hit back-to-back 130 checkouts and back-to-back legs in the Steel League I used to play in back in the day. I did that against Mike Tieske, actually, so it felt really good. Otherwise, I've had a couple close calls with big checkouts in matches, including I almost took a 161 out against John Beard back when I went to a CDCQ school back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I missed it on the third dart by the wire, and to be fair, it would have saved me from losing from 6-1 or 6-0 to 6-1. So it didn't make that big of a difference, but it was almost cool.
Look at Michael, first game, 79 average. Nice.
That's a great first leg.
Hey, it's a double 9 on the first dart. It's a good shot.
One of the key to success for Michael is to keep up the doubling percentage, because you see those real high averages. Yeah, usually high power scoring helps, but it's those doubles that can bring down your average very, very easily.
Well, the double 9 always scares me anyway, because you just can't go inside. If you go inside, then you're just going down that rabbit hole trying to hit a single one, and hitting single numbers in steel tips seems a lot. It's not as easy as just you just throw it in there. It's that's just as hard as hitting a triple.
You're not wrong. Those setup shots are so crucial, and they feel impossible at times. I actually played a DPFL match, by the way, yesterday here in Wichita, Kansas, at Will Stewart's house. Made sure to not fall too far behind while I've been on the road in the leagues, and I played Colton Dunn in that matchup. And the 12-year-old phenom that we saw at the Las Vegas Open, let me tell you, that was an absolutely tough match. And even though that happens, I can win in Will Stewart's basement, even though he can't.
So you beat up on the 12-year-old. Is that what you're saying?
Well, hold on. He's still out-averaged me. I just happen to hit better doubles, so I don't know what to say. No, Colton's a great shot. It's cool to see youth players, like a youth player's in Division I. Like, that's just phenomenal. And not like a youth 17-year-old. Like, I mean, he's a young guy that is truly throwing up some impressive stuff.
140?
No, we saw him at the Vegas Open, and it was truly astonishing watching that kid throw. Holy cow.
Shows what those young talents can do, and more and more it was different when I feel like I was a youth player, and like, yeah, there was young talents that were good, but now with Luke Littler, youth talents are just expected to be better. It's kind of crazy.
Well, these guys aren't playing around. 77 and a 70 average. This is
45.
This is higher than what we were watching last week in Premier.
Yeah, that's funny.
At least for now. At least for now.
For now, they're still early on. It is best of 16, so 8-8 tie or first to 9.
60.
Important to note there. It's all about getting yourself settled in early and getting that first leg. Once you get that first leg on the board, the rest of the game feels at least a little bit more obtainable, as this might be a big one.
140.
Nice 140.
Well, he puts the pressure on with that shot.
And he showed him how to hit it. Got to hit a couple trip 20s, although this time not going to go.
She going.
60.
So 49, opportunity for Joshua Wilson. 17 for double 16. We get 2 darts. Pulls it high. Might need another one of those if that's in the double 8.
25.
Was a single 8. Justin Charles Short in the chat saying, I'm not young nor talented. Or am I? Maybe I could be the Rudy of the darts world. Well, that's some proclamations.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've learned the hard way, but just practice your doubles. Seems like everybody can throw. There goes a winning shot by Joshua. Doubles are the most important thing in steel tip. Just practice your doubles, and then practice your doubles. Like if you miss, like if you know the miss, you'll be able to just know exactly where you're going with the next one. I always thought to have an idea when you go to shoot, like I always have a 3 dart in your head, however it is, so that you're not up there scrambling with your eyeballs trying to figure out where you go. It should be just an automatic move over.
Well, there's also 2 levels to that, right? There's level 1, which is know what your checkout is. Then there's level 2, which is know what your checkout is and what your first start, if it misses, what that could do to you. How many times I've seen someone know what the checkout is, but the first start misses into an area, like they hit a single instead of a triple, and all of a sudden they forgot what to do. Like, you could probably assume there's a good chance you'll miss the triple. Figure that out, too.
I'm usually losing my mind when I miss the first one, and then I go to throw the single, and I don't even come close, and then I'm really gone. So then I go nuclear, and I'm sitting up on the moon trying to shoot a double, and I got no chance. I don't have the mental fortitude sometimes to hit a double and steel tip because it's so frustrating.
Well, it's also important to double check your mental math. As when I was playing my DPFL match last night, I had 67 left, and the correct answer is 51 for double 8. In the moment, I just was like, no, 51 equals 6. I don't know why. I just got the math wrong in my head. So I ended up hitting trip 10, single 5, double 16 for the checkout, which was probably the dumbest way. And I'm pretty sure Colton was saying some mean things in his head.
140. Good darts. Thank you.
Also, we have.
They're not. There's there's the famous move.
Did we get a wiggle already?
We have the dart wiggle
Nice.
early on already. The third game.
Oh, that means we're gonna have plenty of wiggles the whole night. I'm looking forward to it. Kobe Too Young Chrisman in the chat saying hello, gentlemen. Kobe, by the way, Steve, last weekend played at the Oklahoma Throwdown. A young, talented youth player that ended up playing Ram Guevara in the finals of the singles Throwdown Invitational. So another young, talented player that should be playing in this program if you're not already.
100.
Well, just so you know, I don't know if I've told you this, Nick, already, that DPFL, starting in season 12, all of the youth dart players will be playing for free. There is no fee to sign up as you're a youth dart player
100.
going forward from season 12. So those who play youth darts, those who are listening that have someone that wants to play, or you have children or somebody you want to get into darts, the DPFL will be, all youth leagues will be free.
78.
And the winners will get, they'll get flights and jerseys and stuff like that, just like everybody else. There'll just be no cost, because the way to grow the game is to help the game. And there ain't no sense in charging for the youth whatsoever. So I made it a goal to say, okay, the youth will play for free. And that's what we're going to do.
That is awesome. That's great news to hear. And I assume by youth, you mean all the way from as young as you can hold a dart to 26 years old? Because I could use some free entries. No, is that how that works?
No, you're starting to sound a little cheap, buddy. No,
Yeah,
up to 17. When you hit 18, you're an adult. So anything under 18, 17, and 300 some days, you're good. But anything over 18, you are an adult.
Good to know. Well, all the youth players, free entry next season. That is super cool, and I'm excited to see what talents that will provide us at the dartboard.
Yeah, and then once we have that, we get the youth build back up, then we'll have youth events at the final, at the live. So that's what we got to do. We will build the youth events back up so we can have the live event.
65.
All right, we go. We got to get a double 10 here by Joshua, we can take this game out.
Yeah, and that was Michael having some
side.
serious errors as he went for the 19. Afterwards, needed a single 18 to leave 32, missed the big number, and then ended up accidentally tripping the 14 instead of hitting a single 14 to leave double 2. It's going to be a harder shot than I think he intended, but nails it.
Good shot. Thank you.
Well, Joshua went the route of he had double 10. He went inside, left the double 5. He went 2 double 4. So he took a dart out of his hand of a shot, I guess, take it out. But kudos to him, because I don't know how many times I've done that, hit the 5, and then I'm in La La Land. So I might learn something from him.
Well, here we go. Another comment from Justin Short. How do I get my 11-year-old daughter into this? So fun. If you want to find out more, DPFLdarts.com. You'll be able to find out all the information for upcoming leagues, news, and information. You can also follow us on DPFL Darts on Facebook as well to be able to give all the information needed. Season 12. When is the estimated start date for Season 12, give or take?
Should be right around June 1st.
Right around June 1st.
We're trying to keep it on a 4-month rotation. So February, March, April, May. Yeah, so June 1st would be the next signups for season 12. So that means we would start signups in May for a June 1st start date. And right now, all my admins are cringing and throwing stuff at their house right now. I promise you, they are tearing their places apart.
Well, there you go. I love the sound of that. So, and we're in the middle of this season right now. We're pretty much in the thick of it. You're at the point where the people that are right on the wire are trying to get into the knockout round. The other people are trying to get their last couple darts in for the season. It's intense.
Yeah, I played Saturday night. I think I played Saturday night, and I couldn't have been any worse. I mean, maybe if I tried to be worse, that's how bad it was. And the gentleman played. He was a nice guy. Unfortunately, I don't remember his name, but he had me down 8-5, and somehow I came back to tie. Right. So, like you were talking about earlier about the games and knowing where it is. So it's 8-8, and I'm standing at the line, getting ready to throw, and didn't realize, hey, there's no more games.
Hey, wait a second. Like, the game is over.
Wait a minute, I'm the owner of the league, and I didn't know how many games were there. I'm like, I never had a tie.
Not only owner of the league, but like you could just look at the scoreboard. It tells you, like
Oh, it did. It was done calculating. You could see that it was over. I'm just standing at the line, going, "Okay, let's go. I'm feeling good. I got 3 in a row. It's over."
That is the Steve McDowell special if I've ever heard it.
81.
Mike Tieske joining in saying, let's go, Josh. Mike, I was talking about how that one time I hit those 130 checkouts back-to-back to you. That was the semifinals of a local steel tip singles league where I went on to play Terry Luck, and I did not beat Terry Luck.
84.
Terry Luck. That's a nice. Terry Luck's a really nice guy. I got nothing good things about Terry Luck. He's always been a gentleman. Every time I've ever played against him or talked to Terry Luck is one of the classier dart guys I've ever met.
Oh, absolutely. A local legend. A lot of you guys that are watching online might not be, if you don't know Central Florida darts, then you probably won't know Terry Luck, but he's a staple in the local dart community.
Yep.
82 is remaining here. I would like to see the bull play, and that's exactly what we saw over to the trip 17. Checkout is on for Joshua Wilson. Take a moment. I think he was expecting to hit a single 17.
Yeah, because what's he got, double 3?
Yeah, let's see. That's 51, 71, 76 scored. Yeah, so double 3.
I don't know if that's the way to go.
Yeah, single 17 for tops was intended.
That's a Steve McDowell classic move right there. Now you're at 6, and you are in the world. You're in the worst spot ever.
Well, Michael Cox can actually have a pretty decent chance if this comes back around, just because 6 is a very, very tricky out, and that's a great use of the last dart, finding multiple trebles. It doesn't even matter if it was an efficient setup or not. All that mattered with that shot was just to make sure you got down to a checkout range.
That's very nice.
Split the 2. Ooh. Caught right where the other dart is, up to the double one, but still recovers well. I'm normally against splitting 6, but nails it anyways. Proves me wrong. 2-2.
It's a tough way to take out 6, but he hit it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so tough. Like I'm pretty anti-splitting unless your opponent's not on a checkout. The only times I'm splitting is I accidentally left 14 and my opponent's at 200 plus. Then I'll probably split, right? Or a 6 and my opponent's at 200 plus. But if I'm playing where my opponent's on a 1 dart check, there's very rare times where I'm going for a split. I would rather try to place an outside dart as a marker and work my dart in than split and have to aim at a different number. That's my logic, at least.
I mean, on Saturday when I played, I am normally a double 16, double 8, double 4, double 2, right? That's just the rotation. That's what I like, and that's what I prefer. I don't know what it was on Saturday night, but for the love of God, every time I went to get down to an out, it seemed like double 20 was staring me in the face. And instead of me working my way down to double 16, even though I was incredibly far ahead, I don't have any problem hitting the trip 19s. Let me tell you, you play me, I'm going to kill you in those 19s. But where you kill me is I can't take the game out. So it kept going down to that stupid 20, and I left it there, and I kept shooting at it. Then I'd have double 10, and then I was at double 5, and that's when the misery started.
And you're just crying at that point. At that point, we're internally like,
oh my God,
having a terrible time.
I'm losing it in my own dart room going, what are you doing? You just did this last game and you're doing it again. It's like, don't do that. And now, again, I also think that shooting steel tip is about confidence and, but in steel tip also, if you're not strong minded, if you start missing a number, you're like, oh God, here we go again. It gets a little tough up there in between the ears.
It absolutely does. And especially when you have years like yours, Steve.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Joshua well ahead in this leg, looking likely to hold throw, which has really been a game full of breaks of throw. A hold of throw would be very welcomed. With the 100 there, still not on the finish. So 6 starts clear for 84. Trip 18 would have left 30. 24 hit should be a single 20. Assuming that's not in the trip. Hard to tell with that flight. I need a wiggle, please. Can I get a wiggle?
No wiggle, no fist pumps, and no wiggles.
39.
39, definitely not as much as he intended, giving Michael an opportunity as Joshua will have max 2 darts at a double.
No, that was me Saturday. I was 200 ahead.
40.
Living 200 ahead. Then just disaster came in. Just like he knew it too. He could catch me every single time. It was just brutal. It was just brutal. I couldn't get it. I just couldn't get it done.
It's demoralizing at that point. And there you go. Gets on the 3rd dart. It's 13 the hard way. 4-9 for double 16.
Yeah.
I would also like to follow up from our discussion last week, Steve, when I talked about verbal fist bumps, where we say good shots after good shots. I know I went on that whole rant, but I didn't have the heart to tell Cole to not good shot whenever it was a good shot. And because he was doing it to me, I was like, I can't stonewall a 12-year-old. Like, I just can't.
No, it's all what everybody likes. I mean, they like saying good shot. I mean, I usually when someone beats me, I say good game, good shot.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you hit a 120 or 140 or 100, whatever, I mean, you're aiming for it. I mean, if you hit a 180, good shot. But if you hit 95, I don't want a good shot for 95. That's just 95.
But what if it was a really good 95?
Well, unless I close my eyes and do it to my legs, that's a good 95. But if I'm literally just throwing it, I'm actually aiming at it. It's just what I'm shooting at. It better go in the 95.
Now that's a good piece of content we might need to see at the next live event. Is you attempting that?
Just saying.
So far, very neck and neck game. You can see there's almost 0 separation, 0.19 separation or 0.9 separation in averages. Excuse me. These guys are pretty much as close as it comes, and it's only a 1 leg difference. Michael, if he holds his throw, will be in pole position to make sure this stays chalk. It's hard because you're looking for that first breakaway. You're trying to get that momentum in your direction.
Yeah, just like we talked about last week, the runs. You're trying to get that run, trying to get that. Like if you're laying like when I was playing, it was like as soon as I got a couple 19s going in, then I felt it. Like okay, and when I like Michael here with his 140s, if he hit a couple of those in a row, that's where it's tough for the other opponent to, keep it together. You put the pressure on them. So the runs are a big deal. We said it last week, like I said, and then we saw those runs. Then we saw Mercer come back with a run. Same thing can happen here because again, once it comes down to the double, those who check out quick on you, like when I played Adam in the first week, I mean, like I said, Adam never missed. He never missed a turn. If he had a double and turned that 3 darts, he took it out. When you're on that streak, you got no chance.
47.
But it normally doesn't happen that way here.
Nate Dyke.
They're shooting well. Their averages are still. They're five legs in. They're shooting above the division average. That's good.
40.
And that's going to be a 140 in there as well to kind of put the pressure right back on. These guys absolutely finding a great average range for themselves to be in. And again, it shows very consistent on their scoring at the moment. It shows very consistent on their doubling as well. We haven't seen many missed double trouble incidents yet.
The other good part about this match is neither one of these gentlemen are in my bracket whatsoever. And I'm glad for that.
You're not scoping out the competition today.
They're playing well. I mean, they are playing super well. I don't think I would be doing as well right now.
Well, good couple comments in here. We'll kind of get back to you guys right back into a second here. We're going to look at the tail end of this leg. Michael Cox, 57 for 32 will be the swing. 70 left, 20 for Bull. Smart choice. Oh, doesn't go.
Right there, buddy, right there. 64.
That was close.
I can't get mad about that attempt. There wasn't much wrong with it. 52, 20 for double 16 is the route chosen. On the wire, over to the 8.
Third dart.
Does go in on the third dart.
Good shot. Thank you.
That's that first real separation. And we have a couple comments. First off, you're getting called out because when we were talking about going on a couple runs in the legs, you said going on, having the runs is what you said. So now they're all talking about that. So good job. There was another great comment in here in reference to the verbal fist bumps conversation. And Nate said, the first time you usually say, I know, they stop telling you good shot. That's great. Good stuff, guys. Good chat.
Or just say, hey, that's what I was aiming at. I mean, that's why I don't know whether to say that or not. It's like, okay, good shot. Well, yeah, I was aiming at it, but,
That was the one.
How come when you do 22 like that, do you say bad shot? No, you don't say nothing. You just move on.
You just awkwardly look away. Don't make eye contact with your opponent is what I do normally.
Not me. I'm shooting out verbal expletives, and and then I'm apologizing because then it's kind of funny because some guys don't say nothing, and some guys will then they just join in when they miss. I'm like, okay, thank God it's okay.
All right, then we're fine. We're good.
20.
Dart etiquette.
I've definitely worked on my at the line phrases to try not to be too vulgar when I miss. So I usually hit him with the God bless America. That's the one I say when I'm missing a little bit, or I call myself an idiot sandwich. That's the other one.
I have no filter. I have no chance.
We know
there's zero chance of me not cursing during the course of my match at myself, not at my opponent. If they hit and they kick the rear end at me, that's fine. That is what it is. But
140.
I'm pretty much a pretty hard critic on myself because, again, man, in soft tip, they seem to go right where you throw them. And in steel tip, same damn dart. Don't go anywhere you're throwing it. It's the most frustrating thing for me to get over.
100.
Yeah, well, in steel, there's so many other factors. You have the intricacies and idiosyncrasies of those darts having to hit at the right angle to how long your tip of the dart is. Is it a blocker? Because blockers actually matter in steel a lot more than they do in soft. There's so many different factors that really come into play there. Joshua on a run right now. The runs, if I was Steve, and currently looking at a potential 5-2 lead if Michael doesn't hit a big shot here.
$41.
Oop. Yeah, he's in a little struggle bus action right now. And Joshua seems to be running with it.
Yeah, over to the double 10. Would like to get it done this leg. Not going to get it done, or this throw, excuse me. Not going to be able to get done this throw. So Michael will have an opportunity, and 100's not going to be enough. You need to find one of your 10-plus bag of trick shots. If you don't hit that here, even if you do leave a generic finish, you're probably not going to get a chance at it.
What do you have there? 8. 81. Oh, never mind. Let's just say it's an out, not anymore.
Yeah, and just not enough to pressure Joshua Wilson on a runaway right now.
Why do they bend their darts? You are ruining your boards.
Well, that's because they plan on using their winnings from the season to buy new boards.
I mean, Nick, when you're playing and someone hits a double, do you go up to the screen and check it, or you just say, good shot?
Just for the sake of I don't want anybody to get any ideas, I'm going to say yes, but no, absolutely not. I never look. I don't look once the entire match. I just don't care enough.
Taking their finger and bending their dart for the wind, to me, it's like, just go pull the dart out. You won the damn game. I get it. You won the game. I don't need you to bend it and show me that you beat me. It's in. Move it on.
Now,
next game.
Not as much of a normal use case. The only times I typically feel inclined to bend the dart is because I record my matches of myself playing, and I do it so the camera can see in case it was on the wire. But that's just for content. Like, that's not for the opponent. I don't. They have to trust me. I don't care.
I will like when I'm shooting at the 19s. If I hit a 133. 43. I will take the one dart that's obviously in the 19. I will take that out and leave the 2 in the triple so that if they are looking for some reason, they can at least see. But I am not bending my darts back and left and forth or whatever just that you hit a triple. No, I mean,
24.
I ain't doing it.
I don't. Hey, if you want to bend it like Beckham, so be it. Especially if you're playing Steve, I recommend it.
No, it's like Meredith and the fist pump. It's the exact same thing.
No reason for it.
Just pull your dart. Look, that's the whole thing about steel tip, right? Steel tip is about integrity. You know, I believe you. You hit it, you hit it. Because I've played some boards. You know, it's not always the great camera angles. Not everybody's got a perfect setup. So sometimes you can't even if you were standing at your screen looking, you can't even see if it's in or not. You got to take their word for it anyway. You know, it is what it is.
We've definitely seen some of those camera angles on this live stream, actually. For sure. We've seen a couple of very, very hard to see camera shots. That's a great 125 from Joshua Wilson, by the way. He was continued to mount pressure. His average still staying at a high 60, almost into a 70. Michael kind of starting to find back to his average range. This is a big moment here. 175 can get brought on down.
Not with that one. I can't see that one.
25.
25 is the shot there, so that was into the 5 on the dart number 2. Leaves 150, means Michael will more than likely be able to leave himself at least a game shot. Use of the bull in the last?
He needs some good... no. He really needed a good attempt right there to get back into that one.
Yeah, he needed that bull to go in to leave the 170. That was definitely the goal of that last start.
82.
I don't know how many Luke Littlers are in this league, but that's an awfully tough shot.
192 is now the range. And if you're Michael, alarm bells, if you lose this leg, start going off. Because this would be another break of throw. This is where I start to feel the pressure if I lose this leg. If all the other legs, they were just other legs of darts. This is the one where I feel like it matters the most. Big number is missed. So that does help out the cause. 50 remaining. Doesn't need to go for it. Went for it anyways. I respect it.
Truly a Steve McDowell fan. Truly, because that's how I would do it. A big old fat one, a 17, and why not? Let's hit a double bull because I couldn't hit the 18. I might as well hit a double bull. I mean, exactly how I would do it.
And he hasn't wiggled once. 113 is not enough to really make the feel like a mistake from Joshua to go for the bull, because it doesn't matter if he takes a dart to split. More than likely, his opponent's a little bit far away. He needs to work that dart in and bust. Now that's a mistake.
Oh, it double six. I did that several times on Saturday night. I have no idea why I hit the wrong double 3 times. I was like, what am I doing?
You know, I often wonder that when you're at the dartboard, Steve.
What am I doing? Is that a 5? It's a 5. That's not going to help him.
Yeah, did switch to the 18s out of frustration, but well outside from the trip range.
83.
I don't know if he was going for a single or not. Looks like he was.
Left 30.
9, yeah. Same thing.
Oh, come on. 9.
Oof.
Yeah, that third dart's attracted to that 16, and now Michael Cox
Yeah.
for a hold a throw that almost feels like a break for how many attempts Joshua's already
steal.
had at a double.
It's a steal if he gets it.
First dart.
Perfect shot. First start.
Good out, buddy.
See, that, if you're Joshua, that one's going to hurt. That one's going to sting because he could have went up 6-3 or 6-2. Now you're well in hand, and now you're 5-3. And, you know, at least he gets to hold a throw. At least he's throwing this time. So,
Yeah,
boy, you let one get away like that. It's tough.
I would be disappointed if I was Joshua. I wouldn't be worried per se. I would be like, come on, man, that's a free one. I went for the bull, it didn't pay off, and then I busted on the reset up, and then I missed on the second chance. Like, you kind of just lost a leg. It's all about holding the throw right here. The whole idea is I want to get closer to the finish than my opponent is to me. So right now he's still 4 legs away from the win. His opponent's only 2 legs from him. So he needs to try to get another win on the board to make that the case.
Yeah, but should he really have shot at the double bull?
No,
I
absolutely
mean,
not.
if he shoots the 18, he's got 16, 18 for. He's got a bunch of setups ahead of him. Instead, he hits the bull, and then he goes 9-8, double 16, 9-8, miss, and then loses. At that time, Michael catches up. So again, double bull for us, and I've only taken out one tournament play. I've only hit one double bull to beat someone, and I think you know who Brian Schnitzler is, right? Brian
yeah,
Schnitzler
I'm
played with
familiar.
Brandon Darts, BDA.
Yeah.
So Brian played him, and I would love for Brian to be listening because he's the only one. I beat him in states, Florida States one time, and one of those things where I'm looking up, I threw my darts, and I go, oh my God, I got double bull left. And I throw it and I hit it. And we went right to the bar from that throw. Because I don't know if that never happened again. So
Incredible.
but I can say I did it.
And now you get the points for doing it. Hey, nothing wrong with that. You deserved the celebration. And look at that from Michael Cox.
137.
Beautiful 137. Great shot. Down to 64. Joshua Wilson's going to be tailing in pursuit. Needs another good dart to help collect.
85.
Oh, 85 looked like it might have been a 125 there for a second. So 64, the opportunity. Trip 16, double 8. Single 16, single 16, double 16. Gets one dart.
Yep.
Third dart.
Nice shot. Michael Cox, welcome back to the match.
Here's that run. These are the ones you try to stop if it's against you, and they're the ones you love when you know it's with you. Oh, there he goes. There he goes.
Do see Justin in the chat saying this dart lingo is going to be a bit of a challenge, but I know I can learn it. If you have any questions about anything in particular, Justin, let us know. We love explaining things. That's like our favorite thing to do. That's a 180 to start things off from Michael Cox. Absolutely finding a heater at the moment.
Nice. He's on fire right now, right? All that confidence. He's hitting his doubles. He caught him up, and it all goes back to the dreaded double bull right now for Joshua.
Well, it was looking so.
That's a nice.
It's a great answer.
That's a nice return right there.
It was looking so likely that Joshua was about. He was at 5-2 and looking likely like he could have gone on the run to just take the match from there. 85? And Joshua instead had to watch Michael pull himself up by the bootstraps and get himself back into the fray.
Yep, darts get a little tighter. They get a little
85.
sweatier. They get a little shakier, and that's what happens.
Scott Hanish in the chat saying, "Hi, I'm interested in steel tip. Where can I start?" Well, Scott, for you specifically, they have those little magnet dart boards. That's where I would start for you. But for everybody else that wants to know how to get involved with darts, not just DPFL specifically, but just steel tip darts in general, first thing you need to do is find a dart supplier of your choice. My go-to and recommendation is a-zdarts.com. You go there, you buy your first steel tip board, whether it be the Shot Bandit, the Winmore Blade 6, or any of those other reputable dartboards, but those are probably the two I would recommend the most. Once you pick up one of those dartboards, you go ahead, they come with their own little mounting equipment. You'll put that up at the house. There's plenty of guides online about how to measure and put down your own little toe line, or you can actually get a physical Aki. And then from there, you get on Dart Connect and you can start playing the robots and start playing. What'd you say, Steve?
On DPFLdarts.com, there's a big how-to page. Shows you how to set everything up, shows A to Z, tells you how far, list A to Z what you got to do as far as
60.
just setting up your steel tip board. So whether you play DPFL darts or not, it still has an area there to show you how to set up your steel tip board for you.
Second dart.
Well, there you go. Good to know. Another benefit of DPFL darts is Joshua Wilson does go ahead and take it on the second dart in a hotly contested leg where Michael Cox started with a 180, by the way.
Do well.
This is a good match. This is a very good match.
No disrespect to Brian or Jonathan, but I'll be honest, this is debatably a better match than we had last week just by the type of match play it is.
Yeah. Brian and Jonathan know, those guys can turn it on like a light switch. That's the whole difference. I mean, those guys are, the premier guys. They're just a whole nother level.
Absolutely is. Got a couple of other questions. Coco in YouTube chat says, did you watch the PDC from yesterday today? No, I haven't. I don't know if you have, Steve, but I've been over here hanging out with Will Stewart in Wichita. We actually went to the Wichita Zoo today, so I was very, very busy.
I normally watch the PDC
140.
with their tournaments. I follow Jermaine Watermina a lot. Jermaine's been messaging me. I think he's going to make a special jersey for the DPFL live event, and
nice.
he was asking for some sponsorship. So I'm assuming he's hitting me up for a sponsorship for his jersey. So which of course I'll oblige. So I have to get with him, but I usually follow Jermaine when he's playing 100% of the time.
140.
Yeah, I love Jermaine. We got a chance to meet him with a lot of DPFL players at the DPFL live event. Michael and Joshua find themselves in back-to-back 140s to really see who gets leg 11. Michael going to be more likely on the breakaway here, as you got a wiggle on the dart from Joshua. Yes. And then Justin in the chat saying, are you trying to hit a specific number or at different times? That's a great question. Long story short, and the goal of 501, it's to get to 0 as fast as possible. That skinny little ring and towards the middle section of the board, you'll see that they're throwing in the majority time. That's the triple ring. So it's worth 3 times the number that is in that row. So the triple 20 is worth 60 points. And so therefore they're trying to shoot that majority time, but then they're using the other numbers to try to get to exactly 0. So setup darts, or there's other things called cover shots
30.
when they feel like their number is blocked and need to shoot a different number.
Watching the PDC is sometimes unrealistic. If you're a dart fan, those guys, throw darts 6, 7, 8 hours a day. So that's their livelihood. He threw the double. He threw the double 20. That's why he had to go double 10. Oh,
Yeah, kicked it high and bust. That's a huge bust because 137 doesn't have to really go now. It just has to be brought down to an equal or better finish.
40.
He's at 97. He'll have to go back to the 20s again.
Double for the fans. Double for the fans? Never double for the fans.
Couple fatties. And
Weird that you looked at me when you said that, Steve. 97 now for Joshua.
Can't even see you.
It's probably for the best.
See, at 78.
Yeah, 78 remaining. He needs to find a triple no matter what. There's no way to cheese a shot at the bull. Question is just which route you want to really go with this.
You have 42, then you have 36.
I like 42, 36 as well.
I wouldn't go 1. 1 is not beneficial at all right there. That's not going to help him. Pretty sure.
Coco in the chat saying that they're watching from the UK. Well, welcome. We accept international players here at DPFL. We have plenty of international players, actually.
Third dart. Nice dart.
There you go, Michael. UK might be, over there. Might be soon. Rafi has the DPFL Europe. It's called ELO Darts out of Germany. But, DPFL Europe is still that possibility. We are still talking about that over there, of having DPFL Europe over there, waiting for I have a programmer gentleman over there out of Germany who is does a few things for DPFL, and there's a lot of people over there that play darts. It's crazy. He showed me this one board where it's a automatic scoring type of thing board, and it sort of like a Scolia thing, but it has a league involved. They had 2,000 people playing.
Oof, that's
at
good.
one time. It was nuts. Yeah, that is crazy. So
we also got Brett Davis in the chat here saying, just got a shot Bandit Gen 4. Going to hit that steel tip hard this year. Oh, perfect. Well, Brett, those trip ones are waiting for you, buddy. And Douglas E. McKelly in the chat saying, what's going on, peeps? Hey, everyone. Thanks for all the support. Right now, go follow DPFL Darts. Right now, just do it. If you're watching on USA Darts, go over to DPFL. Give them a watch. Right now. Do it. Do it now.
And remember, at the live event, at DPFL live event, remember, it's all leveled. So all our events are leveled at our DPFL live events. So you guys that are sitting here watching, and you're like these guys at level 2, right? We were talking about it last night in our meeting of DPFL. We meet each Monday night. We were talking about it, that we believe there's upwards of $45,000 in tournaments of under 65 at our live event. So
that's more than
like
the last 2 steel tip events I think I've gone to as a player.
So just under 65 has the ability to win 45,000. And those guys who are over 65, they can't play. They can only play in the upper ones. So it really does. So basically, you guys who are under 65 at the DPFL live event, you literally get to play in everything.
So what
you can always play up, can't play down.
I'm hearing that as me, someone that's averaging a 62 this season, should tell you I can't stream it for whatever reason, but show up and play? Because that's what it sounded like right now.
He's at 126. Is that a trip?
Yeah, that's a trip 20, but didn't go for the 419s for bull routes. Instead, started at the 20, so 66 remaining. So trip 10 for double 18 would be the shot. Now 60 left, so single 20. Don't bust. There you go.
86.
That's a good shot to get it down. Well, I don't want Will to yell at me, so I'm not going to tell you that. So you.
So I just got banned from the live event as a player, but I can stream. Got it. Noted.
Well, maybe he'll let you play a couple events.
No,
you guys got a couple guys there.
It's always one or the other. It's so hard to split your focus like that. As Joshua Wilson does get that 7th leg, one away from guaranteeing a tie. Not far away.
He's playing well.
Yeah, he is.
They're
both of these guys
well.
are.
They're still playing. Both of them are still playing well.
You know, when we do live events, it's so hard to split the very, very rarely do one of us ever jump into an event while we're there to work, just because it's so hard to get back into work mode if you got out of it to play an event, or vice versa. You know, sometimes it's hard to get out of work mode to go play a game.
Well, the pre-registration for DPFL Live should be coming up here in April. We will announce that out, but the Dart Red registration on Darts Connect. We'll be handling that, I believe, for us. So, but that'll be coming out in April for everybody. Again, everything for the live event is still online, and you can get it all the rooms there. Again, the 3-bedroom villas. I promise you guys, those villas, they are nice, and they are 3 bedrooms, full kitchen, full living room. One room has 2 beds. The other room has a king and a king. I mean, you can fit 4 buddies in there with no problem. And split in a room of 229, so you're looking at, $70 a piece. Not even that, 60 to 70, but not even $60 a piece. It's crazy how cheap it is out there and all the amenities. So it's really a great place. And if you just want to bring the family, the rooms come with the water park access. They have a water park on property, and you get free passes to the water park. So it's a great place. It really is a great place for our event for sure.
It's phenomenal. As someone that has gone there the last 2 years now, I can tell you we did the big group mansion stay, and then we also did individually the villa the year prior. The villa was nice, cozy, but also had plenty of kitchen and amenities, like you said. The super big mansions where you can like split with a bunch of different people, and it ends up actually coming out really cheap, a lot cheaper than you would ever think it would be to stay in a mansion. Super cool experience. You have the water park, like you said, the theme parks. You're also just right by Disney. That's just like you're 20 minutes away from Disney, depending on traffic. With that area, that traffic could be 20 to 40 minutes, but there's still. But yeah, you got Disney, you got everything else. You got Nick Teixeira. That's pretty cool. He can come hang out with me.
They got down this game quick. They're already down to the outs. Sometimes this is where the nerves come in.
63.
Devlin laughing, asking, do you have to play in DPFL in order to play the live event? No, there's a couple of events that require DPFL play. The DPFL championships, I believe, right? Is that the one?
That's it. It's only the DPFL championship. If you want to play in the DPF, you do have to have a scoring app or card.
Yeah,
so you do have to have a tournament average. So you got to have a Dart Connect average or some kind of competition card for us to put you in.
Yeah, you need the competition card from Dart Connect, which you can get from playing any Dart Connect Steel Tip tournaments of any kind. And so that's the only way you establish your average, whether it be through DPFL or not. Only the DPFL championship's restricted, but there's so many other events that aren't the DPFL championship. I would say it's a 90+% of the events. It's a lot of them that you can play just as an individual.
Double eight.
To guarantee the tie.
Second dart.
Good shot, Joshua Wilson. 1 leg away from the win. And
he is not having a problem hitting his doubles. He's hitting his doubles are pretty hot.
Too well.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you're not missing many darts at double, you're not going to miss many opportunities to win a match.
He's still shooting a 70.
That's impressive. And Michael was actually, like a leg or two ago, was actually right at that same range. He was not far away. Did you see a couple other great comments in here? We got Nico Hannigan saying, 2 awesome young dart talents. Y'all going to hear about a lot more in the coming years in the comments. Nailene Triel, I hope I didn't butcher that, and Douglas D. McKelly. If you don't know yet, you will. Nailene, I'm not as familiar with, but Douglas, I am very familiar with, and I beat him. He's kind of overrated. But I'm excited to see these young talents continue to get into it. And then Coco asking, what do you guys... the comment, little typo in here, but what do you guys think about these players from the USA, like Danny Van Tripp, Jules Van Dongen, Danny Lobby, Alex Spellman, and the Canadian John Parr, Matt Campbell? We like them all. Matt Campbell has been to the DPFL live event. Alex Spellman's been to the DPFL live event. I believe Jules has been there in the past. Actually, I know for a fact he has been. So yeah, all those really great guys. Really cool parts of the North American dart scene.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a little bit more time. Our best dart players now are really good. Spellman, Gates, Lobby, they're good. I think we're obviously right. We're behind the UK and all those guys from shooting darts. It's no difference. I think our soccer's better. It's still not as good as over there. But I think the more this keeps playing over here, and the more attention it gets, I think the USA guys will the North American, I should say, they'll get better. They'll get better, and they'll be able to compete. Right now, they haven't been the Baggish, the Gates,
100.
Jules, all those guys. They're great shots. They're 100% great shots. It's just those guys over there grew up darts, watching darts, eating darts, sleeping darts. It's like that's just well. Look over here, you wake up with your baseball glove. You play baseball. You played football. You know what I mean? That's USA sports. That's just the way it is. And in Canada, they go to bed with hockey sticks. It's just the way it is. So for us to catch up to them, it'd be a bit a little more. But there's a nice shot. Boy, he took it all the way down. He's leaving the 20. He's going to try to put an end to this thing.
Hey,
That's
let's jump
all.
into our rambling too. No,
That was
yeah,
a great shot.
no, it is. You're absolutely right, though. You have to live, breathe darts. I mean, Danny Lobby lives in the UK for 6 to 9 months a year and has a house out there to be able to do what he does.
Imagine that. It's got to be hard.
It's almost impossible, I'd imagine. For the match, Joshua Wilson.
First start?
Is it in? No.
Nope. It was outside.
And doesn't hit the double five and pulls it well inside. 146 is in must-hit territory if you want to continue on. 3 legs away from the tie. Michael Cox has a lot of work to do, but will have none of it left to turn in if he doesn't take this out.
Oh, he went triple 19, triple 19 now. That's me. I would have done that. It's a big hit, though.
Yeah, it does help in case this doesn't go. It's not a gimme. Double 2.
Second dart.
Oh, he just steps up and nails it. Fat 1 and double 2 like it's, that's easy enough.
Thank you, buddy.
Oh, that was some great shooting from these guys. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick moment and talk with them real quick here. Wait, can you guys hear me in Discord the whole time? Did I not hit mute again?
Yeah, I can hear you the whole time.
Guys, you could have told me you weren't supposed to be able to hear me the whole time. I'm so sorry about that, boys.
Good job,
I
Nick.
hear you.
Turn the volume down.
Okay, apologies. Normally my microphone's muted. You guys didn't tell me nothing.
That was loud.
Oh, well, hopefully, we were nice at least, so I know I didn't get in trouble. Hey, thanks for playing on the stream, boys. Michael, you had that one leg start off with a 180. You started reeling a couple back. I mean, how are you feeling towards the middle of the match when you started doing that comeback campaign?
I felt pretty good. Darts were going okay. Doubles were rough towards the end of that, but sometimes you get that 180 curse. I didn't win that leg.
Fair enough. And Joshua, I mean, your doubles were going in pretty efficiently. Was that a high point of your game for yourself tonight?
It sure was. I'll tell you, I've had nights where I can't catch a double and other nights where I'm on. And luckily tonight I was on because he's a good opponent.
Well,
I mean, most of the matches could have went either way.
And at the end here, Joshua, you shot a 70.56. Great average, especially in Division 2. Were you expecting to kind of have that strong of a performance here on the stream?
No, actually. I haven't. I don't think I've hit that this year. So that was a plus.
Well, frankly, Michael, you weren't far off from having a 70 average yourself. A couple of legs brought it back on down, but you were hanging in that 70 range for a little bit there as well. I mean, honestly, a solid performance from both of you guys.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Josh, that was great darts, buddy.
Yes, it was.
All right. Thanks again for playing on. Thanks again for playing on the stream, boys. We appreciate you guys, and next time I'll remember to mute my microphone.
Yeah, man, no worries. Thanks.
All right. So, that was it for Michael and Joshua there, Steve. I can't believe they could hear us the whole time, or hear
Good
me
job,
the whole
Nick.
time.
There you go. That's a go.
They
Don't do
didn't
that
say
again.
nothing. You could hear them too. They didn't say nothing.
If it was Premiere, they'd be yelling at us. I know that much.
Well, you know what? It is what it is. It's because I was on Will Stewart's Discord account instead of my own. That has to be it.
It's still a great match with great averages, and that's why, again, I will say it till the cows come home, man. If you want to play good darts, you want to play good league, you play DPFL. That's what you're going to get. Division 2, a 70 against a 67. That's brutal. That is good darts.
I'm in Division 1. I've won 4 matches and I've lost 1. I'm averaging a 62. These guys would have beat me tonight.
Well, again, Joshua didn't miss his doubles, and Michael was hitting well. He was scoring well. He just wasn't getting his doubles, or most of the time he wasn't getting a chance to get to the double because Joshua didn't give him too many. Josh, you hope sometimes you hope that you let that guy he miss a few times for you, and as wanky as Joshua took some of those games out, like he's a 5-1 double two by see ya. He did that twice, like it was nothing. Like boom boom. I'm like, oh okay. That's kind of crazy. The only thing he went crazy is when he went for the double bull, and that's the game he lost, which started the run by Michael. I'm pretty sure he probably won't do that again. But other than that, the guy played flawlessly. He played great. And I mean, if you're in Division 2 and a guy throws a 70.56 against you, you're going to be like, okay, good darts. Next week, who do I play? As long as it ain't that guy, I'm good with it.
Exactly. Well, Steve, that will do it for us here. Great analysis of the match. Great match that we had on the stream in general. Had a lot of fun calling this with you. And you know what? It wasn't even that many wiggles on the dartboard.
There was just a few. But
Just a few.
again, maybe we'll just have to make rules here at DPFL, no wiggles.
Don't you make a no wiggle rule. You already took away cricket from the Super Cup. You can't take away the wiggles too.
The wiggles, I think, will wind up. No, we got Super Cup staying. Don't worry about it. Just, of course, that was just me ranting and raving. That's all that was.
Oh, okay. Good. I feel bad because all those cricket fans were starting to slide into my DMs. And you beat Steve, and now you took away my favorite game. Thanks, Nick.
No, we'll be good. It'll all be there.
Love it. Alrighty, guys. Well, give us a follow, give us a like, and we will see you next Tuesday for some more DPFL darts. DPFLdarts.com. Thank you to Florida Commercial Care and Shot Darts for the sponsorship, and we'll see you next time.